Hello. Welcome back to another episode on Red Melodrama. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and leave a like. Let's get into the story now. Married for 19 years before my wife cheated on me. This is my first time on Reddit. I'll be 75 this July and I've seen a lot of things. I wanted to share my story with the younger generation before I die, quite frankly. I have lung cancer and I don't expect to be around much longer. So this information needs to get out there. I got married when I was 18 in 1964. It feels like I'm not even the same person anymore. I used to be in good physical shape. And now I'm stuck in a wheelchair. My wife and I both had to work full-time since I didn't have the income to support both of us. I worked in construction and she cleaned hotel rooms. We never had any kids. And we still had time to ourselves on the weekends. I don't think we ever argued, but this was so long ago I'm losing details. And we didn't have any issues getting along. Over the years I started to make more money and she was able to quit her job and stay at home. I would work longer nights though, and our marriage turned more into friendship, honestly. We rarely had sex, and although I still loved her, I felt like it was different. We didn't spend enough time together towards the end. I take the blame for leading us down the wrong road with my job. As you will read later on, this wasn't the only issue. But still, I should have addressed this situation while I still could have. One night I get back from work and at first everything seems normal. Dinner was ready and we had the TV set to baseball. My favorite back in the day. I talked to her in the kitchen for a little and went to my room to change out of my work clothes. When I went in there, I found a box of condoms on my nightstand. I started to panic because I had a vasectomy years before this and never used condoms. I immediately asked my wife about them and she couldn't think of an explanation in time. She started crying and came clean about the cheating. She invited her friend from work over for sex while I was out and apparently forgot to get rid of the condoms. I'm not ashamed to admit I was crying as well after hearing that. I tried to find out why she did this and she said she just wasn't attracted to me, was lonely, and never enjoyed our sex. I didn't know what to say and ended up leaving. We got divorced after 19 years of being married. In my 40s I was a disaster. I lost all confidence and motivation to go on. I started drinking and eventually became an alcoholic. It took me until my 60s to kick this habit. I couldn't look myself in the mirror while thinking I was a failure of a man. I wanted to date again, but I just thought the same would happen again. It never occurred to me that I was bad in bed and I really didn't have any good answers. My skin started to wrinkle a bit, especially on the back of my legs. But I took pride in maintaining my figure for a while. And when I had sex during our marriage, I swear she enjoyed it. I kept my tough guy appearance through my 30s. And would still wear my bandana during sex, which was a turn on for her. I was generous and always went down on her when she wanted me to. I used cock rings to maintain erections and I could always orgasm extra hard. Which was a fetish of hers. If I tried my best. By definition I couldn't do anything else. As time went by though, I started to think about the idea that at an older age sex wasn't too important. And about 5 years ago I started dating again. We don't have an active sex life, but she assured me that there was nothing wrong with me. I remarried last year, which made me so happy. But unfortunately that's when I got my cancer diagnosis. Since then I've lost a lot of energy and my new wife is the only one that keeps me going. We are trying chemo. But the future looks bleak. In my remaining days I want to share some knowledge I've collected over the years to make the world a better place. My mental abilities are also slowly waning. So I need to do this before it's too late. I hope all reading this can learn something for me to make their life better. Comments. Wow, thank you for sharing. You should keep a journal and write down all life lessons that you've learned when you think of them. I wish you the best of luck and try to stay positive. Glad you have a loving wife. Seems like you truly deserve to have someone so caring finally. This is such a good idea. I think it would be super therapeutic and enjoyable for OP, and I'm sure the readers would love it and would feel privileged to share an OP's wisdom and journey. I'm a writer myself and I would love to help with this. Co-write or whatever. Also, a 75-year-old man wouldn't be interested in describing details of his sex acts. Men of that era were more conservative. It's a shame no one told you years ago. But she used the classic manipulation technique of deflection. When someone is caught red-handed, they instead find a way to blame or diminish the empathetic person who cares. By doing so, she makes it not about her anymore. Instead of you being in the mindset to make her face her consequences, she retains power over you by making you feel like Speep. I don't know if it will give you closure. But please find justice for yourself before it's too late. Best wishes to you, sir. Thank you for sharing your story. It's an important lesson to take the time to know what you have before it's gone. I'm happy you were able to find love again. I'll pray for you and your wife. Thank you for sharing your story, sir. As a 25-year-old, I see my generation and get the feeling that cheating is becoming more commonplace in relationships nowadays, even though it has always happened before. There are just more ways to catch cheaters now is all. This is fake as peep. It's a new account 7 hours old. Hilariously fake. 75-year-old talking about cock rings and orgasming extra hard. Thanks for posting. You're older than I, but it's on us older men to let the younger know what we've lived and learned. I wish you strength for what you are facing. You've helped someone here today. Thank you. Thanks for sharing this. Quite often cheating has more to do with the cheater. I am glad you got your confidence back and found someone to love. You deserve it. Prayers during this time. More prayers for you. Thanks for sharing. I don't generally read the long posts. But you had something to say. And I think you said it pretty well. Even if you did talk about cock rings. I can relate to marriage becoming a friendship. I hope we can address the issue before it comes to sneaking around. You take care. Thank you, Op. Thank you. Stay strong, we believe in you. You're a true man for what you went and are going through now. And a true inspiration. Seeing this lonely, cheating theme a lot with stay-at-home wives. It can happen to stay-at-home moms too. But with wives the boredom and loneliness seem to happen more. You could make work with someone to record/transcribe your thoughts and release something. Wishing you good health. THX for the story. She was a bad person, glad to see you are awesome. You never had kids, but you seem to have won some hearts here. We live. We love, and hopefully we learned something along the way. It sure sounds like you did all of these things. I'm sorry about your diagnosis. I hope you're able to benefit from some newer treatments coming. We don't get a rule book, and it seems like we get smart about life just before it ends. You're a good man. Op. Give your wife a hug from Reddit. We love you, man. Thank you for sharing and God bless you. I only wished I had someone by my side while going through chemo. Unfortunately, I'm in stage 4 now. My fiance left me cause he said I pushed him to the point. Well, long story short, I started hearing rumors about him and some girl. It started with a female who worked at Comment Cent. On 3 different visits to the store, whenever me and my fiance would go in, she got a attitude. And was rude, kept giving my fiance rude looks. So by the 3rd time, something on my gut said something going on. So I went down and asked her, woman to woman, is there something she wants to say to me? Well, she didn't just come out and say it, but she hinted to it. I went home, confront him, and he blew up on my face. Tell me it was my fault. She have not said something, just believe him. I said, nah, I've had 2 marriage go down like this and I keep quiet, not this time. From that moment on I kept hearing rumors from different people. Describe the same girl. But anyway, I don't need a confession cause this happened in June 2020 and yet it's still being said in my gut. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.